Why is this piece of chicken so spicy? Noah stood pressed against the glass of a toy shop, staring longingly at an electric scooter. Suddenly, he spotted a flyer. All-you-can-eat contest, win an electric scooter. Without hesitation, he signed up immediately. The competition went smoothly, and Noah made it all the way to the final round. His opponent was Brody. The final challenge featured spicy chicken wings drenched in fiery chili sauce. Noah took just one bite, and his face instantly turned pale purple. In a panic, he grabbed a jug of ice water and poured it over his head to cool down. Meanwhile, Brody calmly munched on his wings. Just as Brody reached for the last piece of chicken to seal his victory, he used a bit too much force and knocked over the container of wings. It crashed to the ground, revealing hidden packets of mild, kid-friendly barbecue sauce underneath. The referee, dressed in a striped shirt, blew the whistle loudly and pulled out a red card, disqualifying Brody as the crowd booed. And just like that, Noah was declared the winner. He rode his new scooter in circles around a gloomy-looking Brody, then let out a burp shaped like a heart right at him. The Great Cupcake Revenge. Tyler sat in the American-style cafeteria, popping open his lunchbox. Just as he was about to take a massive bite of his juicy hamburger, Biff, the hulking bully in a varsity jacket, lunged in and snatched it away. Biff wolfed the whole thing down in one go, followed by a belch so loud it literally blew Tyler's hair back. Tyler's fists trembled with rage. The next day, Tyler was ready with a wicked plan. He placed a glowing neon pink cupcake on his desk as bait. Biff strutted in, spotted the treat, and gave a mocking sneer before stuffing it greedily into his mouth. Suddenly, Biff's eyes nearly popped out of his head. His face began cycling through a frantic strobe light of red, purple, and green. His stomach started inflating like a massive weather balloon, expanding so fast that his jacket buttons snapped off and fired into the ceiling with a sharp thud. Now completely spherical and helpless, Biff began to drift upward. He floated right out of the classroom window and into the vast blue sky. Tyler calmly pulled out a sandwich, took a satisfied bite, and gave a sharp wink to the camera, leaving Biff to drift away like a giant, school-spirited parade float. Whose poop is that? Why is it so huge? At the school science fair, Mason, a notoriously gluttonous boy, was munching on a hot dog until his throat went bone dry. He spotted a bottle of glowing green liquid sitting on a lab table. Driven by sheer hunger and thirst, Mason assumed it was some kind of lime soda and chugged the entire bottle in one go. Suddenly, his stomach let out a thunderous roar. His face turned a sickly shade of green. Clutching his rear, Mason bolted toward the restroom. But the moment he sat down, the toilet couldn't handle the sheer pressure and shattered into pieces. Panicked, he scrambled out of the building and sprinted toward the American football field, diving behind the bleachers for cover. The ground began to shake violently, like a massive earthquake. Then, a mountain of poop the size of a yellow school bus slowly rose from behind the stands, towering so high it literally eclipsed the sun. Mason, now thin and gaunt with a completely flat stomach, strolled out from behind the bleachers. He patted his belly and whistled a happy tune. Before walking away, he turned to the camera and gave a confident thumbs up, leaving his teachers and classmates frozen in shock at his magnum opus. The secret of the school basement. One morning, while the children were playing together happily, Tom accidentally let his red ball roll into a small gap beside an ancient wooden door, the entrance to the school building's basement. Without hesitation, he pushed the door open and dashed after the ball. Sarah and Mike, driven by curiosity, quickly followed him. The three of them stepped cautiously down the dark concrete stairs, giggling at the thrill of their ball hunting mission. As they reached the bottom floor, Tom swept the beam of his small flashlight around the room. Suddenly, the light caught the body of a giant serpent coiled tightly around an old water pipe. Its eyes shimmered brilliantly in the darkness. The children froze in their tracks, but instead of attacking, the snake slowly slithered toward the other side of the room, as if signaling them to follow. It led them to a dark corner draped in thick cobwebs. As the snake moved aside, a small secret door was revealed. They slowly creaked it open and were stunned to find a hidden room filled with antique collectibles. The children beamed with joy, each picking a small toy as a souvenir. They walked back upstairs with a memory like no other, and no one else in the school ever suspected that beneath the building lay the secret of the giant serpent.